Good morning, brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, students and scholars, teachers and trainers, professors and professionals, listeners and learners, those who belong to the field of science, religion, spirituality, arts, commerce and engineering. The most honorable present conversation with Namaji, reverend fathers and mothers, affectionate sons and daughters, availability of respected doctors and ministers. I, Dr.RK from USA, heartily, cordially welcome all of you. It is very nice time, nice place, nice section you are listening. With your 100% present sense of mind, it is God's grace, His blessing on us. Dear friends, nowadays, in this present time, change is the nature of nature. Everything is temporary, whatsoever we have in this world, in this materialistic. If there is something unchangeable, permanent, stable, that is the power and energy of the Lord or God, who remains the same in past, present and future. He becomes helper of our soul, unrelentingly, unceasingly, unstoppingly, He showers His blessings on our ignorant kids, unknown, uneducated persons of our nation. Our nation is full of varieties, diversities, adversities. If we have numberless problems in our nation, then God has provided us numberless solutions of the problems. Socially, politically, economically, nationally, professionally and personally. Everyone who has come on this earth, God has given His presence. He is omniscient, omnipresent, omnipotent and almighty Lord. He who is and He who was and He who will. Never leave alone His soul, all worldly people may cheat, defeat, beat and deceive us, but the presence of Lord always with us, fairly, friendly and familiarly. Our land is the land of forefathers, foretellers, forecasters, astronomers, astrologers, free thinkers, freedom fighters. Those who came first on this land as a starter, beginner, initiator. Later on, they spent their life with nature. Nature was friendly with them, and whatsoever ideas, thoughts came in their mind for the development of our nation, for the betterment of our society, they tried well to picturize it, to depict it. So, dear friends, early in the morning, whenever we get up, we play the role of a founder of the day, and becoming a founder, starter, beginner, initiator, we should forget our depressions, frustrations. Naturally, this nature fills us, makes us multidimensional, multi-sided and multifaceted personality. Nature fills all the colors itself in us. It is in the nature of nature. But we are to be awakened and got up with nature. All the elements and objects of nature that we have around us in the form of celestial bodies, these are really some of the selected and chosen bodies, natural bodies that shows the presence of God. In all the holy religions, all the religious starters, those who came in India. In 1498, Vasco da Gama, who came in India, discovered India. Shri Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj started off Sikhism, born in 1469. William Shakespeare, who was born in 1564. This was the 14th, 15th century. It plays a great role for the writers, essayists, novelists, dramatists, for bringing revolutionary and visionary change. Many persons, many personalities came on this earth during this time for recreating, regenerating our nation. As per the knowledge of history, our whole life was divided in 4 parts. First 25 years of our life, which was classified in the form of brahmacharya, Brahmism. Next 25 to 50, this phase was classified as Grasthashrama. 50 to 75, it is known as Sannyas Asrama, and 75 to 100 years of life, man spends as one Prasthashrama. So these classifications help everyone to spend as an ideal lifestyle. Today, in this modern time, due to westernization, we are ignoring our past traditions, custom, culture, our old age people, because we have become so selfish. Without expectation, without desire, we do not take interest in talking to others. It has become our habit. Dear friends, ladies and gentlemen, we are to be selfless, undesiringly, devotedly and dedicatedly we are to devote ourselves towards this land. All the religious inventors and innovators, those who came first on this land, it was their dream to provide us the true knowledge of nature. In this modern time, we are using online programs, social media, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Google. All these live online programs are truly helpful, but all these comfortabilities, luxuries turn us towards the true knowledge of soul. What does the mean of success? Why a man feels depressed and frustrated? One of the greatest reasons is desire. And we stop, we stand and wait. But our forefather, social reformist, Swami Vivekananda, addressed through his philosophy on the basis of the Vedas. Success means not the destination. Success means continuity and regularity. When unrelentingly, unceasingly and unstoppingly we run on the path of humanity to do something that better, nicer and finer, then automatically we become dissatisfied and our power, our energy multiplied. It's the God-gifted talent which is filled in us in the form of manners, talents, skills. Our present Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji started different skill development programs. His unique aim is to provide services for improving the skills of our youngsters. Our youngsters, those who are diploma and degree holders, they must have skill in their hands. And they are to be alert and active in doing their profession. Every professional should understand the tendency of profession. No profession is small. All profession has instinct behind that. And Swami Vivekananda proved and appealed strongly with the worldly people by saying that we feel the existence of Lord in the air, fire, soil, sky and water. Even where there is no elements, we feel the existence of Lord even there. This light and sound is also the form of Lord. We can understand it, how the God has created this world through the chapter of the Genesis. We learn it heartily that God created 84 lakh species as a helper of this soul. Then He created His own form in the form of human being for reuniting with the eternal and celestial power of energy of God. Around us in daytime we observe the presence of the rising sun. At night time we feel the presence of the moon, the stars, the sky. These are some of the examples of our super special power of God. Our soul, which is born to free, but it is in shackles. How we can get rid from the ego, variousness, falsification, false affection, luxuries? Only by doing meditation. What does the mean of meditation? Meditation means the repetition of the holy words of Lord. If we repeat the words of the religious starters that were naturally provided us, then automatically we enter into the new words. But dear friends, if we are not in position of doing meditation, then by our alertness and activeness towards the presence of God is also the form of meditation. Then it starts natural meditation. How all the worldly people, worldly species repeat the admiration, praise, appreciation of the Lord. Is there any language for communication? That is their natural style for communicating each other. Likely that God has created natural system of meditation inside the body, but we are to get free from the selfishness, unnaturalities, artificialities. Then we can feel the presence of Lord. And the true fight that is required, that should be against negativities. Our land has created numberless freedom fighters time to time, but true saints come on this earth, came on this earth and will come on this earth only and only for the salvation and emancipation of soul. It means by providing the freedom of soul, they provide all type of freedoms, socially, politically, economically. And we get rid from all the frustrations, depressions, pains, sorrows, unhappinesses that are due to absence or presence of God. By the absence of God, we feel, we think, and we cannot imagine. For example, a child learns from his parents through imitation, recordings, copying, imitating, downloading. These sources help in learning a child. But the true learning that fulfills the aim of the childhood, that is imagination. Imaginatively, if we are the creator, then we are truly following the path of Swami Vivekananda's mantra. Return to your childhood, return to your nature, return to the Vedas. And when he went with the full of characters in the America in 1893, he addressed not only the worldly words, but it was the voice of India, which enlightened and activated the whole religious conference at that time. Time to time, our Indian land has created numberless personalities. As Mahatma Gandhi, nation father, who wrote his personal experiences in the Testament with the truth. First Prime Minister of India, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, they have written in their philosophies, through their great experiences of life, the truth and non-violence. Dear friends, you are listening to the truth of science and spirituality. Our religions are known as the mega science, super science. We never forget it. Our old religious starters has explained this thing. Our parents teaches us how to live, how to eat, how to drink, everything. So our teachers, who is our first teacher? Our parents. If we are blessed parents, it is a great fortune and luck of life. We are to respect our customs, cultures, old-aged people. Our youngsters, those who are running after collecting materialistic goods, no doubt these are necessary things. These are necessities of life. But at this rate we cannot ignore our spiritual values, national, social, political values of our nation. Our nation is a developing nation, but we have strong spiritual standard of our values in the world. At the world level, our nation has roots. One idea, one nation, one man can bring revolutionary and visionary change. We are full of expectations and hopes, naturally, and we are busy in doing actions. We are the believer of action speaks louder than words. Work is worship, karma is dharma. These are the great teachings which are provided by our holy scriptures, starters, beginners and initiators of the different religions, custom, color, language, and made us full of characters. William Shakespeare, who is known as the king of literature, he presented himself as a mentor and teacher by selecting dukes and duchesses, king and queens, aristocratic people he selects, for proving it that high class people are not higher in their character if they are not the true believers, if they are not spending their life of doctrines and principles of life, they may decline. What a picturization provided by the founder of dramas. Dear friends, we are turning towards the returning. Our past, our history provides us ways, means, skills, manners. So it is rightly said that our present lies in the past. Focusing and defocusing, attachment and disattachment, association and disassociation. These are some of the techniques that are applied by our scholars and learners for learning, reading, writing and speaking. As per the philosophy of Swami Vivekananda, who set an example of returning and he proved to the worldly people by saying that unread, unspoken, unwritten, unlistened, unlearned are more powerful than learned, listened, heard, spoken and written. Plato, who was in favor of idealism, but his disciple Aristotle, he was in favor of realism. Aristotle was more scientific, but there was no conflict between them because both they were right at their level. Through the tragedies, weaknesses, drawbacks, faults, we get a great lesson, and our drawbacks becomes our achievements one day. History is evident of these things. If someone criticizes us, we should never leave our own path. We should not compare ourselves with others, because our present will provide us the life tonic. It is rightly said that elevate the grace of land to which you really belong. If elevate the grace of land to which you really belong, indelible would be thy fame if it is kept up alone. Attain spiritual peace, divine glimpse, the social status, whatever there. Those who commit sincerely patriotism and prayer. Lies, jealousy and ego, whosoever feeds, time and again he dies in spirit as well in deeds. Humility makes us victor, arrogance loses all, whosoever. The ancient glorious tradition are to teach and learn, disobedience, offense, ill words, hit the table stern. So many examples we have recited in the history. Persons those who were the victim of infirmities, deficiencies, ignorances, it became their achievement of life, and they brought recordable changes in the history. So dear friends, unceasingly, unstoppingly, we are to follow the path of righteousness. All the worldly religions conclude that humanity is our religion, humanity is our caste. Love is God, God is love. Body is the temple of God, heart is the seat of God. Being a true worshipper of nature, we should try to follow the path of goodness for bringing our nation higher. Being a nationalistic and true patriotic person, we should not have any national prejudices. We can love our country without hating with another country. The true aim of our life is to fight against the negativities of our soul. Then our soul will get soul power, self-confidence by adopting pranayama, meditation, yoga, asana. Lifestyle and should be practiced by every Indian citizen. One day definitely we will see the glory of our nation. Dear friends, thank you for providing your valuable time. Nice to see all of you, nice to meet all of you.